Tell me a little bit about who you are, your background, and what you guys do.
All right, well, we both been working with each other for about a good, I could say a year strong, but a year and a half.
Okay.
And we met in high school. We went to school together. We both been individual artists, but we never really established on our talent until we got out of high school.
Okay.
And so me and him, we was always friends, but as far as music, we never like collabed together or nothing. But I seen that he had a studio, and I came about it through knowledge, so we had linked up one time and we worked together, whatever the case is.
Okay.
And that's when, you know,
Things popped off.
We made something together, and it just, the buzz that it created, it was just like, it led to us wanting to work more together. And that's how I came about meeting JavyDade, and that's how we've worked together. But as far as like us working and stuff, you know, like, that's just for everything. That's my brother type shit.
I love that.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about where you guys are from.
I was born and raised in Miami, but my background is Nica, so shouts to everyone from Nicaragua. You know, that's where I rep and that's what I do it for.
All right, and you?
I'm Cuban, baby. You know that. I'm Cuban pride. I'm red, white, and blue.
Well, repping the 305 thoroughly,
I was
right?
born here, but
All
parents
right.
Cuban.
I love it,
But I'm real Miami though. I've been all over the city. I've been in Kendall, Hialeah, Hialeah, Fountain Blues, everywhere. We've been all over the place. So as far as
real Miami boys.
Yeah, real Miami. We've been all over the place.
All right. So tell me a little bit about what influenced you guys to get into music to begin with. Like, do you guys have any musical background, or is your family inclined? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I actually got a grandfather, my great grandfather. He's a famous musician from Cuba.
Very cool.
His name is Cito Rodriguez.
Okay.
And he's the father, obviously, of my grandfather. And he's the reason why, like, I never met him, but my grandfather, you know, he
passed it on to you.
He told me about him and whatever the case is. And I've never really sat down musically with my grandfather. But as far as like music, I've always wanted like to carry the, you know, the tradition.
The legacy.
Yeah, the tradition in my family, to just keep it with music. And you know, like, I've always felt like that's like an open door. You know, a lot of Hispanics and Cubans know him. He's very known. And as far as like heritage-wise, all through Little East Havana on 8th Street and like in a lot of more Castle restaurants, there's murals of him all over the wall. So I just feel like
that's it's definitely in your blood, right? It's part of your
definitely.
genes.
I gotta get it, you know.
How about you?
As far as me, you know, it's always been in the genes as well. Since, you know, I was in my mom's womb the whole time. My dad would play guitar to me, so, you know, ever since I came out, since a baby, I never like grew with music. It's always been like a part of me since I was born. So, you know, I chose hip hop as my genre. So that's the route that I'm taking it to.
All right, so I know you guys are way younger than I am, that's for sure. But there's been a lot of different changes within the hip hop community, especially here in Miami. And as you know, the new generations come along, us old school people want to conserve, you know, the traditions and basically the legacies of the people who paved the way for new artists to come along, because it seems like a lot of the people nowadays are losing sight of that. Tell me how you guys are conserving that culture and staying true to the original hip hop music.
I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first started music, it wasn't even on a continuing legacy or none of that. I kind of just felt as if when I first started, it was just something as I liked, you know, as it was like something that I liked to do. It was a hobby to me, you know. And within time, it just kind of felt as if it was something that I like doing, and just seeing the feedback and you know, just the progress and everything. I like, you know, developing on my sound and just always finding ways to network and learn better things and just grow and grow. So I can't really say that I sit back and, you know, relate to the old music because I fuck with it. But as far as like actually knowing all about it, the only old music I know, I've met it through my brother and through my mom. They're the ones that put me on to all of that old music. But as far as like actually knowing old music, I never really was like on it. But you know, I fuck with all of it. You know, I'm all tuned to the 80s and 90s music. Yeah. I mess. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I mess. But
what about you, JavyDade?
That's the same way. You know, I've actually, like, if you listen to my music, a lot of it is influenced by like the 90s and 80s music, like Outkast and Andre 3000 and all of that. So that's where I be getting my culture from, you know. I still put on for that type of culture.
So that brings me to the next question. Who are your major influences as far as music-wise?
Music-wise, to be honest with you, we're not even going to take it too far back. I say one of my biggest influences would be Chris Brown. The reason why I say that is not because he's beating women. That's not what
I hope not.
I'm saying it because
Don't make me beat you now.
He's just overall good in all aspects. He's
He's like the full package
full
as far as an artist,
you know,
huh?
Yeah, you know, he dances, he sings, he raps,
He kicks it,
you know,
he
I
parties.
he parties, you know,
Everything.
I just feel like that's kind of my style. I just like to have fun with it. So I feel like I don't like to get boxed into one style. I'm very versatile. You know, I like switching it up and just being different with it.
And that's great. That's all part of being a real artist, you know? What about you, JavyDade?
Mine is Lil Wayne. You know, like his charisma and like the style that he portrays.
I can tell by the shades.
His delivery is also something that I try to do, because I look at people's reaction every time he got a verse coming on or something, and everyone's like, whoa, like this dude.
You
just
want
killed
that
it.
reaction.
So that's the same type of reaction I'm trying to give to people. So that's one dude that I really look up to a lot.
All right.
And Wayne is
untouchable, huh?
I can quote on that. He's, you know, he may be getting a little fadey a little now, but he's still in
the game, right?
He still got the rock.
Yeah, that's definitely something no one can take away from him. Well, tell me a little bit about them hitters.
Them hitters is.
Why are you laughing over there, huh? I want to know the story.
Them hitters, to be honest with you, it all came through him. You know, he brought it up to me. It was all. If we're gonna speak.
He's so humble about it too. He's like, you know.
Yeah, it all came through him. He's the one that brought it up to me.
Yeah, I showed him the beat.
He showed me the beat, you know, and I was just like,
we just stomped on it.
It's something that, you know, he knew, like, it was just, he knew what he was showing me, and he knew that
the direction he wanted to take it.
Yeah, so when I just heard it, it was just something that I was able to bounce off real quick. And as soon as we got in that booth, how long did we make that track in?
10 minutes.
Like, it was like a quick,
ready to go.
Yeah, it was a quick 1, 2, 3. Like, we got real straight to it, you know, and we didn't waste no time.
That's probably the song that started our project, JavyDade.
Yeah,
okay.
that actually is. That's the first song. Yeah, that we put up together, and I guess that's when we started realizing that maybe you should make more stuff together, because it got a buzz. I think it's at like almost 30,000, 28,000.
Congratulations,
yeah,
guys.
I appreciate it.
Tell me a little bit about the production behind your sound. Do you guys write your own music? Do you guys write your own lyrics? Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so as far as lyrics, we both write our own lyrics.
Okay.
Beats wise, we got different sources that we reach out to as far as beats.
Okay.
And engineering wise, that's the man, Dade Sounds. Y'all need your sound right.
Dade Sounds and no sounds. Go get your sound right.
All right. So before we go ahead and take this first music and commercial break, please let everybody know where they can find you on social media and also on all digital music platforms.
At JavyDade on Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud. It's all the same at.
Okay.
The official YJ on Instagram, on Twitter the official _YJ, and on Snapchat the official YJ.
All right, you guys.
On all 3 platforms, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what you guys have lined up as far as performances, what you guys are currently working on, and what we can expect from you guys in the near future.
Well, performance-wise, we got at Memorial Weekend, is it?
We got Club Harden, Club Space, back to back.
That's big, guys.
We got lined up, and it's Memorial Weekend, so a lot of people free and a lot of tourists come out. So that's probably gonna be a good look. And we got a big video project we got on the way. Shout out to Chris Moreno.
Okay.
Shout out Jet Grover.
Jet Grover as well. Shout out everybody that came out, all 4-7. Shout out Masterminds Management. Cars, everything, it was just a lot of people that contributed, their time and efforts to make it out, even though it was rainy at first, but that probably even made the video look better. So I'm just, I appreciate everybody that came out, and it's gonna be a very, very big budgeted video that we been planning for a year now?
About a year now.
Almost a year, more than a year.
Look at that.
Made the song, it's been sitting for a year. We've just mixed and mastered it throughout different studios, see which one was the best sound for it, that we all came to an agreement. And we even did some sort of payment plan for the video and all.
Crazy.
Well, it's crazy, and I'm glad that you guys mentioned that, because it brings me to another point. We always like the end result, and we're always very excited to get our music or our craft out there.
Right.
But a lot of people out there don't realize how much blood, sweat, tears, money, time, efforts it really takes to make just one thing happen, you know? And I'm glad to see that you guys recognize that it took so many people's efforts to bring that project together and bring all of those ideas to life. And I mean, there's always, music that you guys are gonna write, and maybe you're not gonna come out with it for like in the next 6 years, and then you revisit that thought again, but it's part of that process.
Definitely.
But definitely shout out to everybody who's helping and contributing, to the movement, because I mean it definitely takes a lot from everybody to make all of these things happen. You can't make it on your own, What do you think sets you guys apart from other people who are in the industry right now?
I mean,
style, our sound, our delivery. That's one thing though. Like we're really not too focused on what's going on. We just
focus
do our
on
thing.
what you guys are doing.
We're always like,
cause
tunnel vision.
Yeah.
So tell me about. Go ahead.
I would say what makes us different is also like our versatility. Like we don't ever have like one sound that you can just come to expect. It's just.
So you don't stick to just one genre. Like you guys can bounce around from different styles.
I have a Spanish song. I got singing. I got rap. I got 808 trap.
R&B.
I'm trying to do a rock song now. I got a reggae song.
Look at you guys.
I'm trying to be in the mix.
I love it.
The more hooks you got in the water, the more possibilities you got of catching something.
Definitely.
So I'm just trying to throw all the bait.
All of the bait. You got all this chunk out there, right?
All this chunk. Let anything bite.
All right.
That's how I'm feeling.
Very cool. So tell me about a daily routine for you guys. I know you guys say you guys have that tunnel vision and you guys are focused on, the end result and what you guys have set up for yourselves as far as your musical goals. So tell me what it's like in a day for you guys.
I mean,
where we at all the time?
Day sounds, that's what we at all the time. But I'd be lying to you if I were to tell you, I was in there every day, just because the fact that, he was working and I was working our part-times. Yeah. But we've both officially, like, just put everything aside to, like,
really
put full throttle on this music, and he has his day sounds, and he generates his money through there. And I'm kind of trying to get on the boards myself and trying to, learn so I can start eventually making money myself or generating.
Because it's hard to balance out the musical artistry
and actually,
lifestyle.
It's a sacrifice.
And I appreciate him 1,000, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have where to record or whatever the case is. And he's always looked out for me and beneficial, so he helps me out when it comes to funds and stuff like that.
That's great, and don't ever forget that, you
definitely.
guys. So tell me a little bit about what your favorite part about what you guys do is, and on the flip side, what do you think is the most challenging or the most negative part or aspect of this industry?
Well, definitely the most negative part is just the fact that you're coming from a city where they're just throwing shade.
Sunny place, shady people, huh?
Sunny place, shady people. It's all around. But touching back on what we said earlier, we're not focused on what people think, because if we stick to that, then we're never gonna move forward.
Haters gonna hate,
Haters gonna hate. You need them. You need them. At the end of the day, haters give you publicity as well.
Yeah.
Talking bad
haters
about
love,
you. Talking bad about you is gonna get you talked about regardless, whether it's good or bad. You still.
They say bad publicity is still publicity. So. And what do you think is the most?
Thank you for the promo, for real. That's all it is.
So, what do you think is the best part about it?
The best part about it, I would say, is just the beauty and progress, really, and seeing people really mess with your noise, like.
I like how you caught yourself on that one.
Yeah, really mess with your noise. Really mess with your noise, like they don't, like when there's actually people that admire
they show you love, and they
and I've
recognize
actually
your music.
It all started, like I said, just recording a single song with a friend, and then seeing numbers build. It was just like
kind of made you realize like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Like it was just that's how I felt. It was just like maybe I should be doing this, and it just within time, I just started getting more and more feedback to the point I was one time eating dinner with my girl, and some guy walked up to me and tapped me on my shoulder. He's like, "Hey, can I get a picture?" And it was just like at first I didn't know how to think about it.
And you know me?
Yeah, it was just like
we were at the barbershop today, and we came to that same.
Yeah.
We were at an interview. There.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah, the guy
right?
was asking us questions like we're on the chair, and it feels good,
Shout
so
out
that's
to Fayette County.
Fayette County, yeah. They got us clean before we came tonight, so. But like that's I think one of the most beautiful parts about it, like just seeing people actually show you support, people sticking with you and showing love, because we wouldn't really be doing it if people didn't show love. You understand? Like it would just be like devastating.
Why are you guys doing this?
Why are we doing this?
Right.
Nobody's listening to us. Like, why are we? But no, it's when you actually put in work and time and effort into something so hard, and then you actually see people appreciating.
Right.
It's
and they hold value to that.
Yeah, it's actually. So I appreciate.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody that supports and follows them.
If you guys could give any of the unsigned artists or anybody out there really who's listening to the show any type of advice, be it personal or professional, what would it be?
Be patient.
Patient and consistency. I would say consistency is definitely the key, you know, because whether it's good or bad, if you're not good, then consistency will eventually get you better. And if you're good, if you're better, it will eventually get you, you know, perfect to the point where somebody's gonna listen to it. And you know, I just think the more things you throw out, the more possibilities you have of people hearing it and you getting heard by somebody that can actually put you at a platform where you can, you know, just go from there. So I definitely think that it's just consistency that I can, you know, that's just the most I can say, consistency, and y'all get it.
All right.
Get to where you want.
So we're going to move on to our next music break, and we're going to kick that off with Don't Need You.
Oh man.
Who don't you need, bro?
Who
got you all up in your feelings,
There's
huh?
a whole story behind that.
We got a video to that one coming soon.
Yeah, that's a very,
that's
very
soon.
That's actually like the next video. I think.
So tell me about this song. What made you guys write this? How'd you guys write this?
We were stressed.
Tell me.
Going through it.
To be honest with you, this is a song that he had already originally made.
You don't gotta drop any names.
With another artist. No, shout out to Capital B. You know, he's my boy. He makes good music, very good. He has his own studio as well. But they made a song together, and you know, I like the beat a lot, and I actually, you know, I wanted to get on that song. And you know, I was just hearing it over, and I was just like, man, I gotta get on.
That's my song. Like, I need that track, right?
Yeah, I need that track.
The original was called "Need You." So we had to flip the script and like,
I don't need you.
Because I called him and I was like, yo, man, I need you to send me this beat. Like, I wrote something to this in 10 minutes. And
like,
bro,
it's mine. Like,
I'm in my feelings, bro. Like I'm letting my feelings out on this paper right now. So I really need you to either give me a remix. So that's exactly what we did. We did a remix, and you know, he heard it and he was rocking with it. He put his part on it. And it was just like,
took off from there.
It was, you know, it paints a picture. I really got off on what I'm feeling, you know. So it was just some temporary stuff, but
that's what it's all about. It's about the realness, you know. I mean, you're gonna have your ups and downs.
I kind of feel like that's when you best, you know, produce music, when you're in your feelings and you let out emotion.
Yeah, because you're not just like
music. You're not just
you're not
just speaking exactly. You're actually speaking on behalf of something that you feel. So
that's the song like people relate to the most. Like,
always.
That's the one that has like the most plays too.
Yeah, that's definitely the most buzzing track.
It's the most for video.
All right. In conclusion, I know that this is just the beginning for you guys. You guys have a lot of different things going on. You have a lot of new stuff dropping real soon. So we definitely got to stay tuned to that. And I cannot wait to hear all of that. But how do you guys want to be remembered at the end of your career?
I definitely want to be remembered as something that people are going to always listen to when I'm gone. You know, like, even if it wasn't something that they can relate to, just something that, you know, gets them up and moving and in a vibe where they can at least dance to and, you know, just
always
vibe
be present.
to it. Yeah, you know, just keep it around. Not a lot of songs that people can relate to, but there's always that theme song that you put in a party and everybody's going to break it down. And, you know, at least even if you twerking to it, anything just.
What about you?
You know, as far as me, it's like, the way I want to be remembered as is like, I hope like the music never dies, you know. There's always that one person that, you know, that always tells me like, yo, I was in the gym bumping to your music and working out to it. So as long as I keep pushing people and, you know, keep delivering that positive message, that's all I care about at the end of the day.
Very cool. So I'm gonna hit you guys up with what we call our wild card questions. Being that you guys are lyricists, I want you to take a moment to be creative about it. And just to give you an example, we've had some people say lyrical lime green, dulce de leche diamonds. So this is just to kind of get you in that groove. But here at our house, we're creating a new crayon box with all of our unsigned artists, right? So we want to come out with some dope new colors that nobody's ever heard of, like something magical, right? So if you guys could choose a color to be in our crayon box, what color would you be? What would you name it? And tell me why. Curveball.
Poppin' pink.
I'm not gonna ask why. Right?
No, but that's just the color I'm gonna have. Poppin' pink.
Poppin' pink.
You know,
PB.
Yeah.
All right.
Abbreviation PB. Poppin' pink.
What about you, JavyDade?
Money green. People say money green over there. Wheezy red.
Shout out to Javi. I'm gonna go with money green.
Money green?
Yeah,
Money
shout
green.
out to Javi. We going with that one.
All right. And
Wheezy red.
Wheezy red. All right, so our next wildcard question is, if you guys could choose any animated character, who would you be and why? And it can be, I mean, DC, Marvel, you know, Cartoon Network, Disney, whatever you guys want. Any animated character, who would you be? And tell me why.
Spider-Man.
Definitely not Superman. I ain't saving no.
No.
Hey.
They don't want to be saved, you
They
know?
don't want to be saved. But if I had to be a cartoon,
I got definitely Spider-Man.
Tell me why.
That web action.
if I'm gonna be, I never really thought of that. That's a good one, but I think I'm gonna go with I don't know, it'll probably be Tarzan.
Okay.
Tarzan.
Tell me why.
The old.
You wild?
I don't know. I just thought of it because he had dreads, so I was like Tarzan.
Tarzan. Okay. That's relatable.
I actually just wanted to quote on that cartoon thing. my mom just texted me. She said Boondocks.
Boondocks. She's
My
totally
mom-
right about that. You know
Boondocks,
that?
because my brother, he got him tatted on his stomach, so I was just remembering.
Look at that. Mommy's on point.
She's
Shout
on
out to
point. She's like
mom.
Boondocks. Hold on, let me say it.
Definitely gotta give a shout out to the moms that are looking at us
shout out,
through the
Mom.
live stream.
And a quick shout out to my brother Smiley. Rest in peace, Smiley.
Rest in
man.
peace, Smiley,
Lost him a
man,
couple
for real.
years ago, but he's in our thoughts, and I know he's watching over us. So shout out to him, and shout out to everybody that tuned in and watched and took the time to actually sit down and watch, man. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for all of that, man. Support. Couldn't do it without y'all.
So before we go, I'm gonna leave everybody with another music break, and our house will be streaming live until 7 p.m. So you guys can stay here to listen to more unsigned artists. But we're actually gonna be kicking off this next music break with "Tell Me Who."
Hey, can y'all tell me who got it?
Yo, tell me.
Can y'all tell me?
Tell me who got it.
Tell me who got it.
Tell me about this song, man. I want to know.
You want to know?
I want to know.
This was just really just ignorant. This was just we just wanted to know
Just
who had
having
it.
fun.
We just wanted to know who had it.
All right, so without further ado,
Tell
I'm
me
gonna
who
go
got
ahead.
work. Tell me who got work.
You guys looking for some plugs, huh?
Oh, that's too much. That's too much to be saying on the live.
Well, we'll talk off air, but I'm gonna leave everybody with "Tell Me
Yes.
Who" to kick this next break off, and we'll be back. So make sure you
And y'all
guys
tell
keep
me
it
if y'all
locked.
like it too.
Let's get it.